She bought them at Gikomba and they walked her to death. That's how the stories go, whispered from one vendor to another in the bustling heart of Nairobi. Let me tell you about Amina, a young woman bright-eyed and full of ambition, working her first real job in the city. One sunny afternoon she found herself wandering through the maze of stalls at Gikomba Market. Her eyes landed on them a pair of shiny red heels, gleaming like polished cherries under the Kenyan sun. They looked almost brand new, impossibly perfect. The vendor, an old woman with eyes that held 1,000 untold tales, named a price that was practically a giveaway. Amina couldn't believe her luck. As she handed over the notes, the old woman leaned in close, her voice a dry whisper. "A word of caution, my dear," she said. "These shoes, they have a spirit. Never wear them after the sun has set." Amina just smiled, thinking it was just some old market folklore, a quirky sales pitch. She thanked the woman, tucked the shoes into her bag, and went about her day, completely forgetting the strange warning. That evening, Amina had plans. A night out with friends to celebrate her recent promotion. As she got ready, she remembered the red heels. They were the perfect finishing touch to her outfit. Slipping them on, she felt a surge of confidence. They fit like they were made for her. The night was young, the city was alive, and Amina felt like she was on top of the world. The party was fantastic, but as the hours flew by, it was time to head home. Her friends offered her a ride, but she waved them off, saying she lived just a short walk away and wanted to enjoy the cool night air. The city lights of downtown Nairobi cast long shadows as she began her walk. That's when she felt it. A slight, almost unnoticeable pressure around her ankles. She dismissed it as her feet being tired after a long night of dancing. But then, the pressure tightened. It felt like invisible hands were gripping her feet, squeezing with unnatural strength. She tried to slow down, to stop, but her legs wouldn't obey. The red heels were moving on their own, carrying her forward with a will that was not hers. Her brisk walk turned into a determined march. Panic began to claw at her throat. She tried to cry out, but the words were stuck. The shoes steered her away from the main well-lit streets. They pulled her into the labyrinth of dark alleys and deserted back streets she always avoided. Each step was a struggle, a battle of wills she was losing. With every forceful stride, flashes of terrifying images flooded her mind. She saw a woman in a 1970s floral dress, her face a mask of terror, being dragged down this very alley. Another step, another vision. A girl no older than 16. Wearing the same red shoes, her eyes wide with fear as they led her towards an abandoned bus stop where a tragic accident had once happened. She was seeing the shoes' previous owners, the women who, just like her, had been tempted by their beauty and low price, the women who had vanished without a trace, their stories becoming nothing more than forgotten police reports. The shoes were retracing the final horrifying journeys of their past victims, forcing Amina to witness their last moments. They walked her past places marked by sorrow and death, each location a ghostly monument to a life cut short. She was living a nightmare, a helpless passenger in her own body. The relentless journey continued through the silent, sleeping city. The heels clicked rhythmically on the pavement, a chilling countdown in the dead of night. They walked her until her muscles screamed in protest, until her spirit was almost broken. She saw the first faint hint of dawn painting the eastern sky, a sliver of hope that was quickly extinguished. The next morning, as the city began to wake, a street vendor setting up his stall near a small roadside shrine noticed something odd. Placed neatly on the ground, almost as if on display, was a pair of shiny red heels. They sparkled in the early morning light, looking pristine, beautiful, and utterly innocent, waiting patiently for their next unsuspecting owner. As for Amina, she was never seen again. Just another story whispered in the crowded aisles of Gikomba, another soul claimed by the shoes that walk their owners to death. So the next time you find a deal that seems too good to be true, maybe think twice. You never know what spirits might be attached. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales from the shadows. Stay safe out there.